Thank you. All right, I'll call to order the Recreation Facilities and Public Facilities Committee meeting. All members of the committee are present, along with members Kozak, Houston, and City Attorney, Mayor, and Planning Director Helker, Finance Director. Thank you, everyone, for attending this intense review of legislation that will allow us to proceed with a selection process to begin the preliminary design for the relocated Grandview Center, which will be in McKinley Field Park. This was discussed briefly in council. I'd be happy to entertain any questions or concerns. I've reviewed it, don't see anything in terms of anything of material concern. I'd be open to the attorney to comment on the precise purpose, and then we can proceed.
Sure, and Director Kelfer had done a very nice memo prior to the last meeting, kind of giving some background. The rules around construction contracts and so forth are really complicated in Ohio, and basically architectural and design services are carved out of the category of professional services, so we have to give closer attention to them. But because we have home rule authority in Grandview Heights, we are able to pass legislation to do things in a way that is most convenient for us. One of the big hurdles around not using something like this is the delay. And as Liz, I think, has shared with many of you, every day that this project gets delayed costs us a whole lot of money, not a little bit. So this mechanism will be the start of a series of other pieces of legislation that will come before you to help not only in refining the selection process that works best for us, but also in expediting the process so that we can get going, and then the minute the bond issue passes, we can just get deals signed with the various experts in the three areas. We've got well, you could talk about what the three areas are: the design, the primary design services from the architectural firm, and then I always say project manager. I know that's not right.
Owner's rep.
Owner's rep. Yep. Yes. And then the third firm is.
There's two different architectural engineering teams for the two different projects.
One for the main building, right? So that's kind of the backstory of why we need this legislation.
Thank you. Liz, any additional comments?
Not really. I think that, Joel definitely covered it. I would just say that we're actually intending to start work with them even before November 8th, because the amount of money the city might be out should the projects not move forward is less than they would be out. We would be out if we delayed a month. If it does move forward, so on the relative risk, it's better to do this now than to wait.
In general, I've been highly supportive of this on the fundamental basis that regardless of the outcome of the bond issue come November, this is still something that we will have materially prepared, ready to go, money that we would have to spend to do the same project in the future. And it would, I believe that although there's times when a project like this could become stale from a design perspective, I think that's far enough away, decades, that we would certainly get to it and make use of this initial investment prior to some future date that far away. So
and one of the phases is all pre-designed
yeah.
anyway. So
yeah. And again, these are things that we would again, I'm supportive on the basis that sequentially we have to relocate this facility before we can do anything on this site. And then, as stated, this is effectively an asset that we will have on hand and ready to go, whether that final design stage or secondary design stage, I should say, occurs in the next few months or in the next few years. If there are no other comments, I'd entertain a motion to recommend passage this evening on the second reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. There's no other business. We are adjourned at 6:24.